the appeal of it is probably like the CD here, like just coming out of your armpit. It looks like quite like cool, like wow, like Dior coming out of your armpit, but nah, I'm against it. Sorry if my opinions are a bit harsh, guys, but I'm just telling you my honest thoughts. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. Thanks for clicking on my video. I hope you're having a lovely morning or evening. I wanted to give my recommendations as to what 6 bags I wouldn't personally recommend. I've had a lot of experience with different brands and different handbags, pre-loved and new. I have kind of come across problems with some of these bags over the years that I wanted to point out to you guys today, just in case you were considering purchasing these certain bags in the future. So the first bag I wouldn't personally recommend is the Lou camera bag from Saint Laurent. Now this bag is very popular. It's probably one of the most popular bags at Saint Laurent because 1, it's on the lower price point, 2, it's got a crossbody and a zip, and it actually fits quite a bit for the size. Now the reason I wouldn't recommend this myself is that I find that people wear these bags like every day, right? It seems like an everyday bag. But what I found is that with the strap, where it attaches at the side, it kind of chafes a lot over time and it frays really fast and the lacquering starts peeling off quite quickly. These bags, I find the wear and tear is not the best on them. Yeah, I wouldn't personally recommend the Lou camera bag just because particularly the strap, how it attaches, it kind of frays really fast. So yeah, not only that, but I feel like it's not the most exciting bag from Saint Laurent. I think if you're going to do it right. Get like a Lulu, get like a Nikki. Baby Nikki I would recommend over medium Nikki because I find the medium Nikki, the flaps like fling up weirdly. A thing to note about the Nikki as well is that the leather coated logo can start peeling over time as well, so that is something to note. But I would still personally recommend the Nikki over the Lou camera bag, even though it's much more expensive. I think you're getting a bag with more longevity and it just looks cooler, to be honest. The next bag I would not recommend is the Coco handle from Chanel. The reason I wouldn't personally recommend this bag is that I find upon wearing this bag that when you open it, the way that the handle juts out on the bag is very awkward and it doesn't like bend with the bag. So a bag like, for example, guys, like a Kelly, there is a bit of a bend to it because it's kind of attached with these rings. So you can kind of wear it and can kind of like accommodate your body, or when you're knocking it, it's not gonna like feel like it's gonna snap off. Where literally, guys, I've witnessed Coco handles snap off because the way that it's attached to the bag, it doesn't give it any freedom of movement, and it feels really awkward when you're opening the bag. That's the first thing. Second thing is if you had if you're getting like an older version Coco handle, like some of the original ones from like 2000 and I think it was like 2016, the corners on these bags wear really badly, really fast. So if you're a bit finicky about corner wear, I wouldn't recommend the Coco handle because the way it's designed, the corners are very sharp and they're the first things to go, to be honest. Thirdly, I find that the hardware on the Coco handle compared to like the classic flap and the minis is of poorer quality, and I've had a lot of issues with people complaining about the CC plating chipping off and that sort of thing. Not only that, but the little thin leather chain is a bit tinsy compared to like that of like a mini flap, in my opinion. So I don't think it's like the best bag from Chanel, to be honest. It is very cute, but it does have a lot of design flaws, and now that it's priced at the way it is today, I don't think it's worth it. It used to be priced really well when it first released, like it was kind of worth it back then, but no, it's not like it's not the best bag you can get at Chanel if you're going to get one. I wouldn't personally recommend, and I've experienced a lot of these on the pre-love market having problems, is the Gucci Marmont bag in velvet. Now, the Gucci Marmont bag in velvet was like a smash hit for a few years. I don't think that they actually produce it anymore, but if you're considering buying this pre-loved, it's really hard to find velvet in good condition. And because of the design of this bag, like the way that the chains rest on the velvet, it's going to inevitably leave dints. And even if you fold the chains inward the other way, it's going to leave dints on the outside. And guys, you're just going to get to the point where you wear it and the chains are just going to press against the velvet and it's going to look really bad. It's going to, I don't know, this bag is very hard to maintain, honestly. And It's kind of, I don't know, I don't mind the Gucci Marmont. I'm not a huge fan of the massive GG anymore, but I'd say if you're going to go for a Marmont, maybe go for a leather version. The velvet one is very high maintenance and it just wears very badly. Also, the Gucci Marmont line, I've realized there is a lot of super fakes. Really good super fakes of Gucci, like almost 1-to-1. So it's quite scary actually buying Gucci on the pre-loved market as well. It never used to be, but it's I don't know, these super fakes are getting really advanced. So I personally wouldn't recommend the Gucci Marmont in velvet. I wouldn't really recommend, now I've owned this bag. Actually, I owned the Gucci Marmont in velvet as well, and I owned the Coco handle twice, and I sold all these bags. Never owned the Lou Camera bag, but I have experienced seeing the wear and tear of these bags over time, and it's not the best. So this brings me to my next bag, which is the Louis Vuitton Multi-Pochette. Now, I bought this twice and sold it twice. I find that the quality on these bags are not the best. The canvas is not as substantial or doesn't feel as good as the pochette accessories bags. I just feel like the pochettes, they don't feel like it's worth the money. I don't know, guys. I know when it first came out, it seemed a little bit more of a reasonable price point, but the price point that the multi-pochette is now, it's just, I don't know, I can't justify it. And like, it feels like the chain feels kind of tinsy. When I received my, because I got a world tour one, the canvas was like all wavy on the bottom. The zipper is sometimes like, it feels like crooked and wavy. And the way these bags are stitched are not always the best. And yeah, I mean, I quite like the canvas strap on these. I think it looks quite cool. But if you love a canvas strap, guys, you don't have to buy a Louis Vuitton canvas strap. You can get one at Furla. You can get one anywhere. Like, I bought a Furla canvas strap, which I actually use for my Loewe bag. Actually, Loewe does canvas straps as well. I was considering getting one of those. Maybe I will one day, but yeah, Furla does really good canvas straps, so you don't necessarily have to go for the Louis Vuitton one. And to be honest, the big Louis Vuitton branding is pretty obnoxious as well. I don't know, I just feel like it's very dated, and this whole like utilitarian bag look is just, I don't know, guys, I'm over it. I've seen it, it's like everywhere. Every shopping center you go to, every like store has a utilitarian style bag with cargo pants and a corset top. Like, it's just, I'm so over this trend, guys, and the price is just not worth, you know, you just don't look like fashion forward anymore. When it first came out, it was like, wow, what is that bag with like all these things stuck to it in a coin purse? But nah, I don't know, I just don't think it's worth it in 2022 or 2023 if you're thinking of buying it next year. I think just go for like a better Louis Vuitton bag. Like, maybe go for, honestly, I've dissed this bag in the past, but even go for like a Passy or something, like something a little bit more substantial, or a Pochette Métis that you can actually fit things in, because the multi-pochette, it looks like it fits a lot, but once you start stuffing it, it bulges out in a really awkward way, and it just looks like a mess. Like, you can't really put much in it, so you may as well just get a real bag, honestly. Next bag I wouldn't recommend, which I actually purchased myself, and I would say that the magpies out of my window love staring at that bag, and they were devastated when I sold it, because they used to like swoop past my window all the time because they would see it like glistening here. It's my Prada crystal bag, guys. Like, that bag, I wouldn't recommend because it has gone up in price so much, like over $1,000 in Australia, which I don't think it's worth it. Now, I have seen a lot of these bags pre-loved, and all the like diamantes can fall off. I know you can potentially stick these back on, but again, I feel like the diamante trend is kind of fading, and if you're going to hop on this train now, I feel like everything is so expensive. You may as well just get like a cheap Zara bag. Like, I've seen plenty of diamante bags in Zara. I don't know, make your own diamante bag. I'm actually considering buying Swarovski crystals and like, what is it, like glitzing up my own bag, strassing out my own bag. I just feel like for Prada, this bag is too expensive, one. Two, I feel like the Prada pochettes are really, they feel like really cheap quality, guys. Like, the zippers are just like, really? And like, I mean, the nylon is, Prada is known for nylon, but they don't feel like expensive bags for what they're priced at. And then just because it's covered in crystals doesn't mean you can make it $3,000 now. I mean, they're not real crystals, they're glued on and they fall off. And then also, when are you going to wear this bag, guys? Are you going to wear it every day? And if you do wear it every day, well, the crystal's gonna fall off. I don't know. I just feel like this bag is a giant headache and not worth it to me. And I feel like it's also like a trend and it's over, guys. So nah, I'm against it. Sorry if my opinions are a bit harsh, guys, but I'm just telling you my honest thoughts. The Dior saddle, this bag, it just doesn't look good on anyone, honestly, guys. Unless you're like a runway model, like a Y2K runway model with like very skinny arms. I don't know, because I feel like it looks okay scooped under your arm, but any armpit bag, there is that like thought that you're gonna sweat on it kind of thing. I don't know. And then I feel like the shape of it, it's very inconvenient. It doesn't really fit things that comfortably, and then it has that really ugly like dangling D, like just dangling. I would say like the appeal of it is probably like the CD here, like just coming out of your armpit. It looks like quite like cool, like wow, like Dior coming out of your armpit. But other than that, like it's a pretty weird bag. And also when you add a strap to it, which you have to buy separately, which is like another $2,000, when you add the fancy strap to it, the crossbody version of it also looks a bit weird because the handle is just like sticking up all weird. And I just think this bag is so expensive, and you can get a better bag for this price. Honestly, it's such a weird, ugly bag. Just guys, you don't have to do this to yourself. So anyways, that's all I have to say today. They're the bags I personally wouldn't recommend, based on my own taste and what I've noticed with wear and tear. I hope you found that helpful. Let me know, guys, are there bags that you absolutely would not recommend, or would you disagree with me and say some of these bags are awesome, Jess, what the hell? So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching my video, and I'll talk to you on my next one. Bye!